Woo! Feeling Italian this morning. Oluyers. Okay, let me start the show. All right, let's go. All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV. Say that famous to yourself, and you love to call me the Elegbete one of sports. You know how it is. This show is you and I. It's not just me. I don't know anything alone to go on this show, but I need you guys as much as I think you guys need me. So it's the two of us, or just the two of us, all of us coming together to make the Sports Buffet a darling of a show that people would love. So this is the format of the show. We get past the greeting stage and then we bring up whatever talking points. I mean, no one single person can watch all the games of football, right? And this show is more about football and then a bit of other sports like Formula One, athletics, basketball. Yes, the Tigers are champions again, African champions. Okay, so we'll talk about all of that, right? But it is you, raise the right question. Hey, Precious, I miss you. Weekend was boring. Okay, I went out anyway. I tell you, I was gonna go with me, but I didn't see you, so I went alone. We had a plan anyway. Maybe I need to push shift to my name. I need to push shift in that to my name, and then you would understand. I need to go to Alaja. I get a shift tendency title. I'll probably again in my mother's village. I get a shift tendency title, so that when I tell you that we're going somewhere together, you would understand that we're going together. Okay, let's come back to the show. So you guys bring the talking point. You see this Osimhen Jesse, Osimhen scoring goals like goals are going out of fashion, right? It's got to go won a penalty, but man, that guy scoring goals. I'm waiting for the day he'll score a hat trick. I mean, that's something I've not seen him do for club and country, apart from the under 17. Okay, so waiting for that one to happen, so we would make a very loud noise about it. But this Jesse, Osimhen gave it to me, and I told him, "Oh, Osimhen, I'm going to give it to someone." He said, "Okay, fine, that's nice." He wanted to sign it, but we didn't see Maka. Okay, at the hotel. So now this jersey is up for grab for those of you who are on the YouTube channel. Okay, that's not me driving you guys from Instagram or Facebook, but for those of you who are on the YouTube channel, this jersey is up for grab for you. Drop a comment, tell me what you think, what we should be talking about, what question you have about football, where you want us to go on the conversation, and then I will come back. As I read them, I would answer as best as I can, or probably I'll get the public to respond. Now, this is the first question that I'm throwing up to you guys. Victor Osimhen. Nigeria has gone 20 years now without 20 years plus without the African Footballer of the Year. Once upon a time, we're winning this thing back to back every year. And then we started missing out. First, Okocha missed out to Elaji Diop, Mikel Obi missed out to Yaya Toure, and then we'll always cry conspiracy theory. Oh, we deserve it, but we didn't get it. Oh, they don't like us, blah, 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 blah. But you know, the truth of the matter is when we were winning it, we didn't talk about whether people were losing out and that. So the question today is Victor Osimhen. Of all the players that we have, and then there's Kelechi Iheanacho, there's Wilfred Ndidi, there is, you know, Terry Murphy, there's Joe Aribo, there's Leon Balogun, Trustekon, Waganeka Retebo. There's a lot. Is Victor Osimhen our clearest indication of a Nigerian player that will win us the next African Footballer of the Year? It might not be this year, it might not be next year, but does it strike you as the guy? Don't forget, apart from George Opongwe in 1995, African players that play in Italy hardly wins the African Footballer of the Year. That's just a caveat. But that name has been mentioned. Victor Osimhen has been mentioned a couple of times. So I'm asking you guys this question. Is Victor Osimhen? That's the first question for the day. So I need you guys to give me feedback. Is Victor Osimhen our clearest challenger, clearest hope of winning the African Footballer of the Year? That's one. So I'm going to give you some stories, some rumors making around, some things that are happening Yippee! Arsenal have won. And there's something about Chelsea. Chelsea is sort of a religious club. There are only 2 goals that Chelsea have considered this season. One from Muhammad and the other one from Jesus. Those 2 people represent 2 of the strongest religions that we have in the world. What is happening with Chelsea? I don't know. I'm just asking. So somebody have to be, maybe Shango will score against them. And which team have a player called Shango? Buddha or Krishna. It's Monday morning. I'm not supposed to be playing. I'm supposed to be serious. But I'm having a banging headache and then I'm not feeling really too well. And thanks to Juventus, our partners, they're still our partners. I thought they forgot the agreement that we have. They sent me my kit. And they sent me my banner kit. Thank you very much, Juventus, for that. Yeah. You know, this whole business of partnership, sometimes it just works well, sometimes it doesn't. But this is the fact. Bayern Munich, I'm waiting. Okay, Bayern Munich have told me that they are sending me like customized pack of kits. They are coming. Balls, things that I put in my studio and all that. So I'm not even bothered. We're supposed to be having the Bundesliga trophy here in Nigeria again in January, but I don't know if they would agree because we stopped it due to COVID. Now let me go to some of the stories that I've been speculating that I want to talk about. Barcelona came out winning. And I have a question about Atsu anyway, but Atsu Fati. But let's talk about the Osimhen first. And then let me read some messages already because before I get past you guys. Okay, I am Jimo 900. He said, good morning, boss. Osimhen is making us proud in the Italian Serie A. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, but do you think? Can somebody answer my question? I need answers to the question that I have thrown out there. Let me go to Facebook because I think I like Facebook people because they're always straightforward, quick to respond and all that. Oh, nobody's there. Okay, Matthias Oluwadamilare Abba, he said, good morning to you, sir. Love your Juventus tracksuit. Thank you very much. I got it yesterday. From Juventus people. This is beautiful, you know. I'm showing up with it. Hey, plus Osimhen jersey at your back. Yeah, that one is up for grab. For people on the YouTube channel, that one is up for grab. I'm not going to wear that one. I'm going to give it out. I'm going to give it out. Even though I feel like taking it, and there are people around me who's been wanting to take it. There's no comment on the YouTube channel yet. Okay, so I need to know what you think. Is Victor Osimhen our clearest product from Nigeria that have the possibility, the capacity to win the African Footballer of the Year? Don't forget, you can drop your messages as well on WhatsApp. It's 080-342-77165. We can't take a call today on the show, so I'm sorry about that one. The phone lines are not where we want it to be. I think we're having a problem with our phone lines. We'll try to find a way to fix it. Okay, they say it's fixed. Okay, so we actually can. So 07025000069. You can call in and tell me what you think. Oluyem, my beautiful sister, says Osimhen is one for the future. Sorry, with consistency, he can win the African Player of the Year. Well, definitely not right now. That's according to her. That's what she says. That's if I'm getting her right. That's what she's insinuating. You can win it, but not now. I'll say good morning, Rafael. We are here again. Let's go there. That's from Mr. Kuhn. Okay, I'm here to see you guys here anyway. Anywhere around. So let's get it going and let's see how it runs. Oh, kidoki. It's 9. It's past 9. Let me give you some stories, some speculations, even peering into future transfer that might happen during the transfer windows, so that we see what your club or what some clubs are thinking about, what's happening. Barcelona found a way to win. That was a good one. Hamilton, yeah, Lewis Hamilton rake up his 100 cannot mass consign for title chances at all. You know, this is something very beautiful. But let's talk about football first. Let's talk about some story. Aston Villa and England forward Oli Watkins, 25, is on the list of options for Tottenham Hotspur because somehow seems like the guy that they kidnapped, Harry Kane, is no longer ready to play. I am Jimo 900 said I think at the moment Victor Osimhen has all it takes to be our next African Footballer of the Year. He is a top-notch player. Thank you very much for that. Okay, Chelsea are preparing a 120 million euro bid for Juventus and Netherlands defender Maxis Delete. And that's a question that I wanted to ask. You think that Chelsea really have a defensive problem? knowing fully well that it took Gabriel Jesus, and Muhammad to score against them. I mean, other clubs don't have Krishna, Buddha, and the rest, and Zeus and Poseidon and Athena and the rest of them. So they should be solid and say nobody can score against them again. And then there's nobody that is devil. There's no Ekwesu or Wambara or something. So they should be able to go. But yeah, that's what they're looking at for the future. Is it possible? But Chelsea face competition from Juventus for 21-year-old AS Roma and France midfielder Oriel Tchouameni. Yeah, that's according to the Calciomercato Italian Serie A. Bayern Munich sporting director Axel Salihamidzic has distanced the club from reports linking them with Chelsea and Germany's 28-year-old centre-back Antonio Rudiger, who is seen as the best defender this season ahead of Ruben Dias. Okay. Jibokran 02, he said, I pray, no, this is not time of prayer. I pray Victor win Italian Golden Boot this season. It's not time for prayers. Give me analysis. Give me something to hold on to all these prayer times. No, we're not doing fasting and prayers today. Okay. Tottenham Hotspur had an agreement in principle to sign Spain's centre-back Pau Torres from Villarreal in the summer. But the 24-year-old preferred to wait for a better offer, and that's why the deal didn't go through. So Tottenham Hotspur are not a better club. Why would they be a better club where on their ground you lose? That club doesn't know what it means to win title. Ask Anthony Joshua. Took his fight to Tottenham Hotspur's ground. The people who are allergic to winning titles, and you saw what Arsenal did to them with small boys on Sunday. And you want to go to that kind of club? No, come on, don't go. And then even if you go, if you get a bigger club that wants to sign you, they will not allow you to go. They'll start performing wishes and wizards. Manchester City are keen to sign RB Leipzig French midfielder Christopher Nkunku, 23. They have enough midfielder. Why do they need some more? I don't know. Okay. Manchester City targets and Serbia striker Dusan Vlahovic, 21, is set for new contract talks with Fiorentina, according to Dazid. Dazid is the platform where I watch the Anthony Joshua fight. Very, very nice. But I just say the fact that you need American IP to watch on Dazid. Like, are they better than Netflix? What's wrong with them? I'm paying my money. I'm not watching for free. I'm not streaming for free. I'm paying my money. Oh, plus my internet. So you should show some respect to your customers. What's that like? You're just open for the American market. What kind of rude, arrogant business model is that? Well, we'll talk about that. I plan to write them a mail and let them understand I don't need American IP. I don't do 419, so I don't need to roof my IP. I put my IP in my house. I do legitimate business. Okay, Leicester City have expressed interest in Lazio Spanish midfielder Luis Alberto, who is 28. Leicester City are really not doing well. No, not doing well. Okay, the coach should be starting Kelechi Iheanacho not because he's a Nigerian, but because he's actually done well towards the back end of last season. So he should be starting. I think football is about form and chemistry and all that. I think that he's brought that on. So I don't know why they are doing. John Kute says spot on, bro. Spot on what? I don't know. Okay, so let's go. Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola hailed Portuguese midfielder Bernardo Silva after Saturday's win against Chelsea, but would not confirm whether the 27-year-old still wants to leave the club. All right, Manchester United co-owner Joe Glazer has hinted the club will continue to spend big, saying there's always more work to be done because you have a terrible coach. Go fire your coach. Remember when I said this thing that when Tottenham Hotspur won their third straight game in the league, and I said, and Arsenal lost their third straight game, and I said on this show that we will be here. Nuno Espirito Santos will be fired before Mikel Arteta. And people were like, what are you saying? Shut up, you don't know anything, you're beefing. Well, I will always beef Tottenham Hotspur, but that's not fun, okay? But that wasn't me beefing sports. That was me being a football person. That was me being an analyst. That was me being me. I predict the future. I see the future. I just don't know when the trumpet will sound, but I see the future. Remember last year when I told you guys that Frank Lampard will be fired before February? Remember over 10 years ago when I said that, in 2013, when I said that Manchester United will go 10 years without winning the league title, and everybody said I was crazy? Okay. Guess who's crazy now? Guess who's crazy now? Okay? So let's move past that one. Juventus are considering a January move for Borussia Dortmund and Belgian midfielder Axel Witsel, 32, who I think it's game. This is a guy that came with a lot of promise, even way before Kevin De Bruyne. But I don't know. Like Fellaini, his football brains and his afro got entangled, and they got into an entanglement with Smith, Jada Pinkett, and August, and things never really looked at the same. He had plenty of promise. I thought he was a fantastic player. He was highly talented, but hey, guys, I don't see. Okay, John Kunte said, bros, opinion on Arsenal game yesterday. I'm coming. Let's take it one step at a time. Arsenal is just yesterday. Then some people played on Friday, some people played on Saturday. I ask a question. Do you guys think that Victor Osimhen is Nigeria's brightest chance of a Nigerian player in the male category? Because if it's a women category, we are dominating it. Best women player in the world. No, in Africa, sorry. Assistant to Shola. But she can hold her own against anybody in the world as well. Okay, in that front. But in the men category, we've not won it for like 20 years or 20 or more. I'm saying that, do you think that Victor Osimhen, 22 years, okay, Victor Osimhen is our clearest indicator that Nigeria would soon win the African Footballer of the Year? That's a question that I'm asking. And if you are there, you can tell me what you think. Those people who are claiming that they're struggling to see the YouTube live, I don't understand. But let me go to the guys there. Bright. Those of you who are watching, share your link with them or they have bad network. Bright, loud and clear from my end. Okay, good. Oluwadamilare Abba, he said, good morning to you. Okay, Dafi. Osimhen can win it if he continue his good work and until the end of the season. Oluwadamilare Abba came back and said, Dafi, kindly talk about Ansu Fati as new golden boy that La Liga are marketing right. What's your impression about him? Paul Obi, he said, good morning, Mr. Idafi. I think Osimhen can be the man if he can continue to score week in, week out. Okay? The way he has started also, the way you, Mr. Idafi, has been bringing him in the limelight. Okay, yeah, he's good. So it's because I think he's good, and that's just it. Umar Henry said, good morning, Brother Idafi. Today's show should be based on how many Arsenal Japanese, how my Arsenal Japanese wait, calm down. Let's not rush this thing. You don't rush dessert. You don't eat dessert first. You take a chill pill. Come on, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? This show is just starting. Let's let other people get their take. Okay. Jumo Cry 92 said Victor can win it if he continue or improves more. Okay, so let's get past that. Okay, you can still drop a comment on that, but let's get past that. Let me go to Facebook and see what they're saying there. Let's get past that and let's bring in some other part of the conversation that you guys need to. So we've been whipping Barcelona back and front and are doing well. So let's talk about Ansu Fati. And I'm happy that Kingsley Adiale is on the Facebook because I would need him to say something on this. The hype around Ansu Fati, do you guys think it is because of his footballing expertise, his talent, what he puts on the field, or because Ansu Fati is the next player that the La Liga, Barcelona, and everybody wants to sell and make another Messi out of? Even though let me not talk about what I think. Do you think it's because of his football expertise, or some people are just in the business of wanting to sell what is not sellable? Okay, so let me go to Facebook. Olakule Simon correct. He said Osimhen will win African Footballer of the Year by 2024. That's a good one. And the other Kingsley said, good morning, Idafi. Chelsea have no defensive problem, but they are probably working to replace Silva. Smart one. And you look at it from that angle. Smart one. That was fantastic. Onome, hello. Yeah, that's my sister. Not sleeping. Right? This time she should be sleeping. Like the US, okay, you should be sleeping. Maryland is night. Why are you not sleeping? Are you doing night vigil for my show? Okay, Chris Biade, he said, good morning, sir. Good morning to you. Please say something about Man United and coach and the players. Every time Ole out. I don't understand. Okay, I'm going to say something about it. Tryisgo.com. You don't need any foreign IP. Okay. Thank you very much for that one. Ikabwaso, but I like that scene. I want to watch that scene. I just like that. Okay, I'll try his go. Okay, no problem. I'll try his go, but I still like that anyway because it's on my TV. Anything that any smart app that I cannot put on my TV, I mean, you can spend 1.2 million to buy a TV and it's not doing all the things you need. Like, it's crazy. Okay? Yeah, if you know me, you know I'm a TV person. Like, I love TV a lot. Like, you can kidnap me with TV. Okay? So it should be on my TV, like Netflix, like Amazon Prime, like Hulu, like HBO and the rest of them. It should be on my TV. Okay, let me come back to Instagram. Some people are putting some deep thoughts into the Spiza01. He said Osimhen has a very strong chance. If he stays consistent and keeps his head down, let him keep his head up or down or anywhere, put him, I know. So far, making the score goal. Definitely, he can hold his own, okay, against the very best, and it won't be long before his name is mentioned up there. And another thing that I think is Osimhen is rising at a time where there are really no African players like really strong-hearted, laying claim to anything. So if Osimhen doesn't win it, I don't know who's going to win it. But I think Osimhen has got it, got it in him to win it. But let's just see. Ferrami said with Salah still scoring and Liverpool's position as a club. Not sure Victor can win African best yet, but the real question is, can he be consistent for years to come and not fade away? But I like Victor. I think he can be consistent. He's got it. He's young. That's one thing you can't take away from Victor. Victor is practically young, not like one of those people who say they cheated with age. He's a kid. Okay, so that's a plus on his side. But like you ask, he needs to be consistent with it. Okay, nobody's going to listen to you. Nobody's going to talk about you if you're not consistent with it. I think this my yellow jersey is making it hard for me to read this things on the screen. Okay, so let me go black. Okay, because once you go black, you never go back. Okay, Daddy Spenko, who was that? Okay, Daddy Spenko said, I see Victor Osimhen becoming one of the most sought after striker in Europe next season. And I also see him winning the Italian Golden Boot. Wow. Italian Golden Boot. God will continue to bless you, Elegbete, from Daddy Spenko. Thank you very much. Only MC said the hype is just too much. Unfortunately, his football expertise is not even on Hurricanes level. Talk more of CRS. No, let's not even mention CRS and Messi. Let's not. It will be travesty. It will be ridiculously offensive to mention Ansu Fati and Lionel Messi on Cristiano Ronaldo, even at their early stage, on the same sentence. Man, come on, that boy's got nothing to lace their shoes. So let's not even mention those two people. Okay, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi's level to be able to use him as the face of La Liga. Ansu might become another English type player that won't grow beyond the immediate, like Jack Wilshere, right? Like what's it called? Theo Walcott, them. Okay, all those guys are the hype and tell us that they're going to be great. Okay, Ikewaso, Vetus, Chikwado, Obieberi. Used to know one guy called Chikwado Worry back in the day. He said thumbs up. Ikena Mbora. Way to go, dear. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching my live. Thank you, mommy. Thank you, mommy, for watching my live. I appreciate that. Okay, so Paulo came back and he said, Osimhen can be the man, but it might be in the next 2 to 3 years from now. Okay, I agree with you on that one too. Jibakran 02, he said, senior man, Ansu Fati is the player watch out for. Player to watch out for. Okay, I am watching out for him, but is it up to the hype that they are giving to him? Omaru says that as for Osimhen, he's got what it takes to conquer Africa. I now see what John Ogu said about him in the interview you had with him sometime ago, about 2 years ago. Okay, so let's move a bit out of that lane now and focus on the question that somebody asked about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. What do I think about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Manchester United, sorry. Let's go back to the question so that I don't muddle things up and I don't answer it wrongly the way people say it. Okay. Chris Biade said, please say something about Man United and the coach and the players. Every time Ole out, I don't understand. Okay, so this is what I think. I think that Manchester United is a 24-wheeler truck that is being driven by somebody who knows how to drive Korokwe buses. Okay, so there is struggle. Man United was doing okay at the start of the season until they signed Cristiano Ronaldo. And I agree. People say, I'm beefing. I asked the question last week. I said, is Cristiano Ronaldo stifling Manchester United? And people on Facebook and on Instagram were insulting me. I can understand. That's what the fans do. But you see, the thing is, the difference between me and you is that I don't see football the way you see football. Okay? That's why even though I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm the most critical of Arsenal when they are not doing well. And I'm going to always take my claim that way. So let me put it this way: Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is too small a coach to be coaching Manchester United. And people will say, oh, why should I be saying that? Age is nothing but a number. Age is not something but a number. Okay? Age is age. I agree that we live in a world where you can wake up in the morning and go to the court and say, oh, I am Edafe. I choose to be tagged as a woman. I'm no longer a man. Bobrisky and the rest of them can be Jenna and the rest of them. But there's some experience that is needed. You can give a fighter jet, an F-16 jet, to a pilot that just got out of pilot school, that have not flown a military a jet before, and just say, oh, experience will come on the job. I don't think so. That's why when you want to employ a driver, for instance, and you ask the driver, can you drive? And he says, oh, I can drive by the grace of God. You don't give him the job, because driving by the grace of God means you don't know how to drive. You don't need the grace of God to drive. You need to be a good driver. And I think that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does not know how to handle this team. And then bringing Cristiano Ronaldo just destroyed the team completely. This is why I'm saying that. Cristiano Ronaldo came in. Before Cristiano Ronaldo came in, the team was playing expansively, was going forward. Greenwood was going to be like the revelation of the season. Edison Cavani was going to come in and score as much goals as he can score, provide to the team. And then one man who was the pivot of the team's attack going forward was going to be Bruno Fernandes. And then Cristiano Ronaldo came, and then you just changed that. The team changed all of a sudden. Every ball you get, give it to Cristiano Ronaldo. And Pogba's performance that started very well with the 4 assists in the first game, went from 100 to nice sub-zero. You know why? Because every time you look at Pogba, Pogba is the kind of guy that wants to play football the way he knows how to play football. He doesn't want to be constricted, restricted, or forced to do things that he's not supposed to do. You know, it's more instinctive than tactical. So those kind of players are players that you let free, like Michael Ballack, like Zinedine Zidane. Let them free, let them make their decision. But when you give an instruction, knowing fully well that the media is going to come at him, if he doesn't play to instruction, he doesn't do what you want him to do, that's going to be a problem. So that's the real problem that Manchester United have right now. And they need a coach. They need a coach who can say, you know what, let's break this team and let everybody contribute. Manchester United is at a place where the strength of everybody needs to come to the fore. And everybody needs to be allowed to really contribute their quota as players of the team. Rather than, oh, we are all working. We are honoring you now. We are honoring, like everybody's honoring Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's make Cristiano Ronaldo the big one. Now, the problem with that is you're trying to make Cristiano Ronaldo bigger than the club again. That's the problem you're running from in the first place. So you want to go back to that kind of problem. This is what happened when Alexis Sanchez was signed. These guys won the Europa, won the Carabao Cup, and you brought in Alexis Sanchez, and you were giving him 500,000. And everybody, wait a minute, why did this guy win at Arsenal? He came here and he's earning twice the amount of the highest earner, because the highest earner there was earning 250K, and you're giving him 500,000. Damn, who does that? Doesn't make sense, right? And we saw him. He was playing piano and walking dog in the back. That's the same thing with Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, you can't stop Cristiano Ronaldo from scoring. Goals look for Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a goal magnet. He's a goal marshal. But would you allow that to happen at the detriment of the team? I think that's the problem I have with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. When I look at across the channel in the French capital, Parc des Princes, I think I like what Mauricio Pochettino is doing. Even though he's not a good coach as well, that's another Liberia coach. But I think I like what he's doing by not building the team like directly around Lionel Messi, making him understand that, yeah, you can play, you can start, but I can also sub you. So you can front your face, you can create a media circle. It's none of my business. I'm the coach of this team, and I'm going to decide how we win games. It doesn't matter, but we want to win games. We might struggle, we might squeeze in result, but we want to win, because if we keep winning, we will forever be on top of the log and then focus on what we do with the UEFA Champions League. And I think that's what they should do with Manchester United. But unfortunately, Manchester United have gone from a team that started off the block. And people would not agree with me right now, because, I mean, Manchester United is still way up there on top of the log. They lost to Aston Villa in a game that could have gone either ways. So nobody's listening to me. But you see, this is always how it started. I ask myself, since 2007 that I started in 2004, but since 2007 that people started taking notice of my audacity, nobody listens to me at the beginning until it becomes obviously clear. Remember when I used to say that Wenger is the worst coach in the world, and they were like, how dare you say it? A man that went to the season unbeaten, I'm like, man, he's lost it. The man has lost it, okay? And people didn't listen until the same people started chatting, Wenger out, Wenger out, Wenger out. I remember also when in 2013, Sir Alex Ferguson announced his retirement, and I said, this club is not going to win the league title in another 10 years, because one, Sir Alex Ferguson leaving is going with the fear factor. What has been working for Manchester United was not really tactics, but fear factor, okay? Fear factor so much so that even referees, you know, They trembled at the mention of his name. Alex Ferguson was that good, was that powerful, was that influential. And people don't understand. Go back and read Mark Rottenberg's statement in his book, okay? The Whistleblower. Go and read that part where they serialize on Daily Mail. And you see how powerful as Alex Ferguson is, okay? It tells you that that kind of a person can actually unknowingly and unknowingly, willingly or unwillingly influence the result of matches. But right now, only gonna Solskjaer. I'm not sure referees want to even shake his hand or take pictures with him when they meet him in the streets. Those are the tiny little difference. And then if you lose your fear factor, you lose your element. Some things that normally will go when you play games of margin, like the Man City Chelsea game, when you play games of margin, decisions don't go your way. Those are some of the little things you need to count. Tottenham Hotspur against Arsenal yesterday. Any other big coach in that game, the second goal that Arsenal scored would not have stood because that's Shaka's far on what's his name now, Højbjerg or whatever his name was, would have stood. But hey, who is Nuno Espirito Santos? Nobody know him. I'm just saying. So those are some of the things that you can always look at. Okay, Chris Biade said, good one. Osimhen can win. I never see any player doing better than him. Okay, there's Mosala anyway, there's Sadio Mane, but I don't think that those guys are going to win anything this season. So for that reason, I think that Osimhen is there, and especially if Napoli goes on to win the league. They're really doing well right now, but injury might scatter that team. That team is not really as big as people think. But then they've got a coach who wants to attack. Every opposition they want to attack. So they should keep piling up the points. When they start dropping points, they should still have enough cushion ahead of the other opposition that will not stop them. Finally, 14 says, maybe I have not watched Ansu enough, but I always saw Puig as the real prospect. Me too, I agree with you on that. I think Puig is very, very real prospect for the team. But you see, Barcelona have always sold their biggest player on the back of foreign players. So go back to the history of this club. Ronald Koeman, Johan Cruyff, Ronald Koeman, Risto Stoichkov, Romario, Rivaldo, Ronaldo da Lima, Luis Figo at one time, Messi, even though you had Xavi and Iniesta there, well, nobody can drive Messi anymore. Ronaldinho, Samuel Eto'o, Yaya Toure, and these guys, they've always sold them. If you look at the Spanish players that play for Barcelona, they don't really get caught hero figure personality like Xavi. Like for me, Xavi and Iniesta is the best midfield combination I have ever seen in my life. Close to them is Edgar Davids and Clarence Seedorf for Ajax. Like I've not seen any combination in midfield that good. And if you put in Triquesta of Busquets, Iniesta, and Xavi, oh my God, you would have orgasm morning, afternoon, evening, and still have extra. Those guys are, Jesus Christ, these guys are incredible. Like I've not seen footballers so good. They understand the game. They practically run plays, X and O's, like everywhere, like with their eyes closed, and then you go and bring in Dani Alves on that corner, that left hand side, and he's doing his magic, and then is it left hand side or right hand side now? And then Jordi Alba, when Jordi Alba was Jordi Alba, God, that team was incredible. And then Messi, David Villa, Pedro, that was a good old days. That was when Barcelona was Barcelona. Right now they are FC Bien. They're not FC Barcelona, they're just FC Bien. They're not, you can't look at the backup. If you are working now, you're Barcelona, you can say backup for life. Say Alpha and Bien, that's who they are. They're just there. Sorry, Adiali Kingsley, but it's the truth, okay? Eddie Israel, I say top brother, I agree to you. Sammy Oniye Yon. Okay, he said, what's happening to Mourinho and Roman? I mean, nothing's happening. Football is happening. It's the result. Mourinho didn't promise anybody that he was going to go the season unbeaten. He was going to win every single game. But I think that the officiating for that game against Lazio was not the best of officiating, if you ask me. Okay, Jibakran, he said, Senior Man, Asafati is a player to watch out for. Okay, I agree with you. Farami, okay, I've read that one before. Oluyans, he said, you are absolutely right, sir. Ole is a mid-table coach. Yeah, Ole should think outside of the box. That's according to Jibokran. And then you have Oseji. He said, we are still back at regardless. No, you're FCBN. You're no longer back away. I beg you. I've been a father back on Abina. And I'll be back again. Jana Kingsley, he said we can also talk about how great Nico and Gavi were. Okay, yesterday we enjoyed something close to that no, see, bros, it's not close. I know you see. Ejani, you're one of the most objective that I know, and you're the most incredible writer today in Nigeria. Like anybody's looking for a PR. But listen, your Barcelona opinion are always skewed. They are always like, it's like my belief that my daughter is the finest and most brilliant and most awesome human being alive, or my sons. Okay, you're not it's skewed. Like, what's that? What's this? What is this saying? Well, you're my guy. I'm gonna tell you this. Barcelona, yeah, who did they play? They play one Fetamia team, and they feel like, oh, they were close. See, that Barcelona team, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I'm going to tell you because you can never understand. I'm an Arsenal fan that we were always drawn against Barcelona. And once Barcelona needed to rob us with referee to red card Robin Van Persie, and that's the only one we hang on to, that we would have beaten them at the lookout. But listen, Barcelona playing against you that have the Barcelona team, you don't know. Like Chelsea fans don't know what they have with Drogba. I'm an Arsenal fan, so I know. But Chelsea fans of old can also tell you what we had when we had Robbie Perez, Paulo Dennis Becker, Thierry Henry, Freddie Ljungberg, and the rest of them. Winton playing against Chelsea for 10 years and beating them every time. That Barcelona team was Jesus. They were gods. Let me sound like Pastor Chris Yakulome. Yeah, gods, man. Those guys were God on earth. They could do anything. They could even play ball and use your own player to play 1-2, give and go, and score you. That's how good they were. But this team, if you're gonna play, if they draw Arsenal with Barcelona right now, I will bet Arsenal will beat them. How dare you bet that Arsenal will beat Barcelona? But right now, currently, say by magic, Arsenal did Champions League before. The first team I'll be praying for us to meet is Barcelona. We'll beat the rich 5. This Barcelona team will beat them like 5. They're not rich, Shado. Obama have to take their tape play. Other Saka, other guy, and Emily Rose Smith. That's to tell you how bad Barcelona is today. Okay. Joe Emmanuel said, good morning, Elegbete. What do you think happened in the game between Chelsea and Man City? Because that was a shocking performance from Chelsea. Okay, so yeah, that was part of the list that I want us to talk about. So the thing about beating a team consistently is you get to a point where you start thinking like Samson, I'm just going to show up and I will win. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to be special. I've beaten them before. So first off, when Thomas Tuchel came in, he came in with this guy was always beating me in Germany. So I'm going to buckle up and use a better team than the team I had in Germany to beat him. And he sure did. 3 straight times in 2 or 3 weeks. And it was fantastic. But then after that, Pep Guardiola, see, like it or not, Pep Guardiola is a master tactician. And every master tactician is stubborn in their ways. You can't be successful in life and not be stubborn in your ways. So he's stubborn in his ways. And his ways have also let him down. Champions League finals was one of them. Like, I think that Pep Guardiola lost that game. But that's not to take away credit from Tuchel, Tuchel, or whatever you guys call him, and his his Chelsea squad. But then coming into this game, you could see that the game against Spurs in the first half when it was 0-0, there was a little bit of, okay, let's gamble with the selection, let's keep the best for Chelsea. But then in the second half, they had to bring in N'Golo Kante. Once they did that and they scored 3 goals, this man felt, you know what, that's the system I'm going to use. But then you're going to use the system against a team that controls possession, not like Spurs that can't keep possession. Because when Spurs play, the ball is very hot. Okay? Spurs are only good when Son is playing. And you saw what the Japanese Secret Service did on the Korean guy. You know, it still showed that in Asia, in the Asian zone of the world, Japan is still a powerhouse. Because Tomiyasu or Tomisuya and the rest of them, I'm not going to make excuse. This got a good goal. Let's give it to them. But you saw once Son was pocketed, was locked inside Sandino or beef container and thrown into the sea, Spurs were dead. Because Dele Ali cannot save you any day, even against a lower option. He's running like headless chicken. That boy is confused. He's having identity crisis. He's also had wing crisis right now. I'm sure he's playing in the field and thinking, what's happening with Son is what I'm supposed to be to Kane, but obviously it's not happening. So he's confused. And then you look at the selection of Spurs. But then let's go back to Chelsea because we're talking about Chelsea. The Chelsea coach made a mistake. If it ain't broke, they say, don't fix it. You have a team that was playing in a particular way and was winning matches 3-0, 2-0, 1-0. But get a result, identical result with Liverpool. And then all of a sudden, you want to play against Man City. Agree that they were going to have possession. But then you also know that you have a counter-attacking team. And then you remove, Kai Havertz, and you brought in the other guy. And that's the problem. People always said, before Lukaku came in, I said, Chelsea would not win a title, the league title with a Lukaku. Because the problem with Lukaku is a bully. No disrespect, this is not me trying to be insult you, but he's a bully. But he's not a bully in the Drogba type. Drogba is a bully, but Drogba is a brilliant and intelligent bully. Unfortunately, Lukaku is not. Lukaku is very emotional. You need to show him love. You need to embrace him. You need to hug him. Drogba is a I don't give a F kind of guy. Like, I don't care whether you like me or you don't like me. If I want to play football, I'm going to play football. I want to win. I want to win. That's the kind of guy that he is. But Lukaku is the love me, romance me, kiss me, hug me. Anybody got that kind of time for you. So every time Chelsea comes up against a team that can stand up to them, keep possession, Lukaku will be dead and buried. Then on arrival, that's the thing that stands Drogba out. That's the thing that makes Diego Costa different. And that's the thing that whenever they're having that conversation, is Lukaku a world-class striker? I always say no. He went to Italy to play against old men and scored plenty of goals, and I'm like, no, he can come back to the Premiership. But you see that every time somebody stood up to him, there was a problem. So there was no outlet for Chelsea. If you look at Chelsea, they were too defensive-minded. The coach just wanted to get a draw. He considered possession to City in the first 45 minutes, but the City with their possession also didn't really create good chances. That's something I'm worried for City this season. Every time they come against the strong teams, they've struggled to create better chances, even though they control all the possession. So what is possession without penetration? Don't put your mind in the gutter. It's just penetration. That's what I said. Okay, like in football. So don't come and bring a crisis to me. So I think that's one of the problems that they have. If they had brought in like creativity into that team, they maybe would have caught Man City on the break. But unfortunately, they came in, folded on their squad. They wanted to, get a draw, and they couldn't get that draw. That was the problem. I hope I've answered that question. Now, they started out laughing, and they say, "We go shock you. Watch this team." That's how I predicted Arsenal to make top 4 this season, and my readers went ballistic. Now they are saying signs. Say the people were attacking Arteta at the beginning. That's my problem with that Arsenal. It's a very good business model. Right? The guy, Rob, I salute Rob his intelligence to cashing on the fans so that he already built enough following. But I think that sometimes some people on that channel are the dumbest people on the planet. But hey, a good platform will make an idiot even look a bigger idiot. It's just that people like to laugh at idiots. That's like the Nigerian political sector. Idiots always make us laugh. But that's the thing. When people were criticizing Arsenal for the 3 games, and I said to them, like, which other team in the Premier League can use that squad that they used to play against Brentford, Man City, and Chelsea, and even get a draw? There's no other team. You don't have your key strikers, your defenders you've not played the same team, you've not played the consistent team in 2 games. That's going to happen. But look at Arteta now have a full squad. And this is not me saying he's not going to lose. He might lose the next game. Tonight, Brighton and Hove might be on top of the league table. Okay, so and that's the team that they're playing next. They might lose, but if as long as that team have its full team and they're not having the distraction of playing in Europe midweek or Thursdays, they're going to rest more, and it's big in football. They're going to rest more. They're going to have chance more. They are going to. It means that on the match day, they are going to run more. Look at Arsenal against Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal won that game because they ran more. The first goal, Arsenal players were running, arriving in the box, while Chelsea Spurs players were checking. The second goal again, there were 4 players in the Arsenal box, while Arsenal transitioned from defense to attack with just 4 touches. Xhaka, Tierney, Aubameyang, flip to Tierney again, and before you know it, the ball was coming back to Aubameyang, and boom, it's in the net because there was more movement. Every time a team masters the act of movement better than the opposition, and that's what Alex Ferguson's Manchester United, especially that one that had Andy Cole and Dwight York pairing up front. Jesus Christ, you saw how that team moves. It's incredible. Once your team master movement more, they're going to win the opposition better, especially if you can master movement and then use the ball very well. One of the things that worked for Arsenal better yesterday was that the worst player in the world was not on the field, because that one always killed the counter-attacking. And Saka was playing on the side where it was more deadly. That's why he created one and scored one. But hey, football works differently. Ideally, I don't think that Leonard will shock me anymore. I think that there are many more defeats coming. You guys will have to change your coach at mid-season or somewhere in January, February. Because also, let's not forget that apart from all of the crises that Barcelona have and the young players, and they've got determination, they've got grit, they want to win. You have a coach that does not know how to make substitution. And that is also a very big problem. Let's go to Instagram again and see what they're saying. Sergio, you say, we're still back regardless. No, you're FC bien. What better press Arsenal football team as a whole? we better pass Arsenal football team as well. Currently, Arsenal also beat tonight. Barcelona, Arsenal beat Nari 6-0. Fine, may say, but that's your daughter, smart, yeah, I agree. She's very brilliant, super brilliant. Oseji, which Arsenal team go beat Barcelona? I beg. Let's say when you come to Barcelona, your senses they off. So I don't even answer you. Two things they off your sense. Pastor Chris and FC Barcelona, your sense they off. But forgive me because you're a beautiful wife. So let me, you're my brother, so I can still forgive you. I'm not saying when you come to Barcelona, your sense they off. So we're not going to talk this thing myself. I said, he said, we're not going to hear one again because on win yesterday. No, we've been winning for the last 3 games and we were losing the first 3 games and we're not hear one from a half. Okay, Brian said that Tomiyasu look solid. Arteta good signings this summer, even though they are young. And that's even what makes them good because they are young and they are in the right place. Okay, Creator Ideally, he said once upon a Dele Ali, how the guy becomes a shadow of himself still baffles me. He missed it somewhere. Yeah, I think he missed it somewhere. I think it started thinking that it was on the same level where Harry Kane, and that's where he missed it. Okay, that's how they get viewership and sell to marketers. Oluyem is talking about the Arsenal Fan TV, Rob's project. I agree with you on that one. Seriously, it's a good plan. Oluyem say, big bro, what happened to Dele Ali? Outside the injury, it looks like a substandard version of himself. Yes, Creator Ideally say, we don't intend shocking you this season. We will lose, yes. We will sack our manager, yes. And now we're talking. Okay, Farami say, watching Arsenal play well with Saka on the right. I was just thinking of you, Elegbete. Why were you thinking of me? Explain that part for me. Let me understand. Leah Maritos 123 said, you've mastered this football analysis like a pastor knows his word. Baba, you are too good. Thank you very much. I feel honored. I got a trophy. Thank you very much. Okay, so question to answer now. I want to move it a bit. And YouTube, I've got Desmond Ebo. Okay, he said we talk well about man yoga. You talk well about man yoga, Edafe. Okay. Oluwa Damilari Abba, he said only need to be bold enough to take a drastical decision when it comes to matter most. Okay, I don't understand. Desmond Ebo, CR7 is a good scorer, but I think Man U coach should not build the team around CR7. We on that one completely. Now let's move further. Okay, so there is this talk of by next summer, what's it called? Erling Haaland will be 75 million based on the clause that is in his contract. Finally said, I was thinking of you because of your comments about Pepe. Okay, all right. So, and they say it will go from being a player that will be sold for 150 million, which is the price currently, to 75 million. That's half the price. And it doesn't mean that the other extra, the 20 million that is needed by his father and the 20 million that is needed by the agent, and please don't gossip that money. It's not your money. It's what they think they deserve. Give them. It's like they're like Niger Delta youths. They're collecting their money. So let's not get involved in that conversation. But then at 75 million, we're hearing that Juventus want to buy him. Barcelona is also talking that they would like to sign him in January, but you know that that's just a lie. Barcelona doesn't have the money. So all the things that Barcelona is like a poor boy that is eyeing fine girl on Instagram. Okay, they can only like the post and fall in love with everything, but nothing. They're not going to talk to the girl. They're not going to slide enter DM because if they enter DM, September go bad for them. Past even Bobrisky. Okay, let's live with Bobrisky. Let's leave Bobrisky out of this. Well, this September is very, 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 very fun. Okay, and it's fun also that Arsenal beat Spurs. And then there's also the talk of Chelsea wanting to sign him to pair with Lukaku and let Kai Havertz and the other guy find their way out of the team. Why am I forgetting the other guy name? Kai Havertz and one other player. Jesus Christ. Am I getting old? Okay. So there's also the talk that Manchester United might go for him, and then there's the talk of Real Madrid. There's also the talk of Paris Saint-Germain signing him to ease at Lionel Messi, so that even if Mbappe leaves, they will have Kylian. What's the call? They will have Brute Erling Haaland. Now my question to you guys, and we don't have all the time in this world. We have got five more minutes to go. My question to you guys: if you are the advisor of Erling Haaland today, which of all these clubs that I've mentioned, Juventus, Chelsea, Man United, don't even mention Tottenham Hotspur, they don't fit. Barcelona don't fit too. They're down. They would aim back, but they will look for players now. Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain. Where would you advise him to go? You see, I didn't mention Arsenal in this conversation because see, senior people they Barcelona have joined Arsenal. Okay, Liverpool. There was a talk of Liverpool too. Where would you advise him? Timo Werner is the person I've been trying to remember. God, he missed chances so much that I miss his name. Timo Werner, please repent. Okay, so there are so many messages on the board. Peter, I wanted to say, enjoying this show. Wonderful analysis with the fans. Thank you very much. Paulo, he said on ASU, in 1997 on the 17th World Cup in Egypt, people talked about Ronaldinho and he ended up being the world best. In 2005 on the 21 World Cup, people also talked about Messi and he ended up being the world best. Now, people are saying in ASU the same thing. Bros, I can't say what I want to say. Right? Shut up! No, please, shut up! You can't be saying these things. Like, mentioning these names. Oh, God. No! You can't be saying that. It's not right. It's not fair. Ansu Fati, Ronaldinho, Messi. Come on. Bros! Bro! No, not. Big Brother Nigeria and Big Brother Ghana not be mates now. Sure. You gotta answer the same name. You gotta play for the same club. Come on, no. Come on. See, Ewa going and agege bread is different from cake bread and beans. So don't come and be telling me that bread is bread, beans is beans. No. Ewa going with momo and fish with agege, soft early morning agege bread that they just bring us fresh out of the oven with ShopRite bread, cake bread, and beans and stew. They ain't the same thing. So I don't agree, bros. You be that, but I don't agree. You know what I mean? I don't agree for that one. So please help me advise Elenala. What do you think you should go for him? He says, unfortunately, we can't afford him, and we obviously want some. He would come to us now. But Haaland would be perfect to join this young squad. Yeah, but we don't have what it takes. We don't have what. Man, you can't be leaving Dortmund and be going to Arsenal. Come on. That's not a boy. So, guy that do you think man you coach should be sacked since 2 years ago? Not been that since 2 years ago. I got a capital, not said anything. That's they sacked for Lampard before Liga Solskjaer. It's shocking. It's a miracle. It should go. I say Arsenal were brilliant yesterday and they should keep the good work going. Thank you very much. That's whatever I said. Arsenal surprised me yesterday. I thought we win. You be tortoise. Keep on talking. Paulo, we say, Mr. Daffy, I don't like the way you talk about FC Barcelona. No, it's not FC Barcelona, it's FC Milan. Please remember that they are still the best club right now. The last time, I hate to tell you this, but I might invite FC Bayern into this conversation. If you push this thing too much, Mr. Paulo, I put it to you that you are living in the glory days of yesterday. We're talking of today, okay? Don't let me bring my debating script from secondary school into this conversation. Because in the face of my co-debaters, panel of judges, and everybody, I want to tell you that the last time Barcelona were the best team in the world, Luis Enrique was their coach. Luis Enrique have gone to release a musical album, raise a family, coach the national team, and you're still talking about them. Come on. It's like Arsenal fans reminding you of, we are the only team that have gone a season of BT. Hey, shut up. Come on. Back your face and look bush. Let me read something exciting from WhatsApp. Maybe I would get joy. There's joy in this building. It's joy. Oh, I can feel it. Okay, Mr. Matthew from the country. He said, good morning, Mr. Daffy. Mr. Elegbete. Osime can win the African Player of the Year if he continues with his form for the major part of the season. Okay, the hype on Ansu is too much, even though I want him to do well as a Barca fan, but I doubt he's ever going to become a world class with all this hype around him. I don't think he would anyway. My friend all the way from Anambra, why do I always feel like this is the guy that I will give this emergency? Every time, something always tell me that this is the guy, but it's not on the YouTube channel, so unfortunately, it might not confirm. Good morning, sir. Arsenal up their game yesterday. What's your take on Nuno Espirito Santos? My only take is that he's a coach that is used to fighting relegation, and he's coaching a team that pretend to have ambition, but they don't have ambition, because the ambition of Spurs is only to finish above Arsenal, not really to compete for anything. So I'm sorry. I don't have a take. I don't have a take on anything that has to do with Spurs. They are beneath us. As an Arsenal fan, forget, I'm not an analyst when it comes to talking about Spurs. That shit. That club is a shitty club. I have no ambition. The club that have no ambition is not a club we talk about. FC Taraba is better than them. Come on. Only I'm saying Arsenal, our darling Arsenal did well yesterday. But it's clear Pepe is a liability. Oh, it's not clear for Nana. Shona tell me say Thierry Henry took 12 games before he became a star. Blah, 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 statistics. That guy is the worst player ever to kick football. And that includes people playing street football, people playing local football. The worst player ever. I've been watching football for more than 2 years. That guy is the worst ever footballer that I have seen. God, he can control, he can track back, he can make a good cross. Look at the corners that Arsenal were crossing yesterday. They were all threatening. If Pepe was in place of that first goal that Arsenal scored, it was the position of Saka, who would have ballooned the ball to the other corner flag or the throwing line. That's how bad he is. Terrible player. God, shitty player. I'm not saying him and Tottenham Hotspur should be a marriage made in heaven, because both of them are shitty. Okay, so Noah Damdara, he said he should go to Man United because Anthony Martial is not a striker. Okay, what was he? He's a carpenter, right? At all. Edison Cavani will go at the end of the season. Okay. Real Madrid is the best for Haaland or Guy Daffy. Thank you very much, everybody. This is why I come to close. But let me say something about Arsenal winning Spurs yesterday. First off, it was sweet for me because I'm an Arsenal fan. I went up very early in the morning. I was at the National Stadium, Surulere. We're shooting something of Jonathan Kobore, and then we went to other places, did meeting, we're recruiting athletes and doing some stuff. When we were done, I came back home and just 20 minutes to the start of the game. I put on my TV, latched on, online streaming, and it was good. Good internet, MTN, thank you very much. Good internet, and we're ready to roll. And then I watched that game. First off, tactically, I looked at the selection, the team list. When I saw that Saka was starting on the right and Pepe was not playing, I told my wife, I said, Arsenal, come watch me. Arsenal win this game. And then I look at the midfield again. I think I really showed that he's learned some things from Pep Guardiola, or probably he's a man of his own who really have it if he scored his feet. So you look at that team, they had Saka, Xhaka in midfield. They have, what's his name now? Odegaard, and they have Emilio Smith. What that means was two guys who are very good ball users who can run in front of the defense of Spurs. That means that Aubameyang can even do the job that he's doing without marking. He can, begin to do the yo-yo or zip lining. And that's exactly what he did. If you see the second goal that Arsenal scored, it was zip lining back. Arsenal defended, even though there was a foul there, in my opinion. The referee didn't give it, VAR didn't call it back. Once the ball got to him, he didn't need to hold up play and bring everybody. You know why? Because the team that he's playing with was not slow. So he just needed to knock the ball into space. And as soon as he did that, Tierney was going to get it. Tierney, for me, is my man of the match. I know that Saka scored one and created one, and it was awesome. But still, my man of the match is Tierney, because of how excellent he was defending, how good he was pushing forward, so much so that they had to change players at halftime to cover that position, which is, for me, very, very beautiful. Arsenal did it very, very well. Not just that Arsenal did it very, very well. Arteta got his selection well. He needs to watch his substitution next time, and I hope that Granit Xhaka is not injured and is in the right place, and then everything will be fine. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me on YouTube, on Facebook. I didn't read the last set of messages on Facebook. I'm sorry. Let me go there. I wanted to Adedeji Peter. I said Timo Werner. Okay, thank you very much. Joe Emmanuel Haaland should come to Chelsea. Is my favorite player. All right, thank you very much, everyone, for listening to the show. As I'm going out, I'm going to leave you with Them Say Spurs by Peter Iwanode. Once again, my name is Idafe Matthew. Always, please stick with us on this platform. It's you and us, okay? It's we and you. We all own this together. So let's make it exciting. Let's make it entertaining. I'm always going to be here to analyze, answer your question, have fun with you. Radio should be fun. If radio is not fun, nobody should be spending their time listening to radio. So I think I've had fun. I don't know about you guys, but I think you should also have had fun. Sorry, FC Barcelona fans, FCBN, sorry. It is what it is. That's why you guys used to call us all sort of days. So Tana, you guys are going to bear it, okay? Tomorrow is Tuesday, so we don't live stream on Tuesday because we have recording, we have to deal with a whole lot of issues. People have said that I have not said anything about the NFF Ademola Olajure's write-up about the Falcons. Don't worry, tomorrow you will see that. And a whole lot of other things about Nigerian football. The league is going to start very soon and all that stuff. And we're also coming up with a content that would draw you closer to the Nigerian league and a bit of grassroots together on the platform. Please do well to subscribe to Elevated TV Sports on YouTube. Follow us, help us to grow, because as we grow, you grow too, right? I look at the Arsenal Fan TV. I mean, I might not like their mood, but they are growing, they are big. And it's a UK brand. It's worth £400,000. Last year now is about the 3.5 million pounds. That's the value of that channel. So, I mean, we can be the same. We're worth like 15 naira right now, but we can worth $50 billion tomorrow. It's all you. So subscribe to our channel, Elevated TV Sports on YouTube. Always be here. Let's do the show together. Once again, I say my name is Idafe Matthew. I've had a lovely time with you guys. I hope you do too. God bless you and have yourself a wonderful day.